What's going on, guys? Wally here, and today we're taking a look at some Star Wars Battlefront, specifically some Bobby Fett, some Bob Fetta action, and Mr. Boba is bad ass. I gotta say that right now. This is worth it for me. This is $60 right here. I will say, being able to play as some of your favorite Star Wars heroes or villains. Technically, they're not really villains, you know, because they all have their own cool stories, right? Boba Fett's just a professional, you know what I mean? He's not really a villain. He is just in it for the credits. He doesn't care who he works for. He's just a businessman, and I can respect that. As a fellow individual trying to make it in the business world, Boba really just connects to me in a way that Luke doesn't, or Leia doesn't. You know, I'm not a princess. I'm not a teenager struggling with angst with a green lightsaber. You know, stuff like that. So Boba Fett really does kind of inspire me a little bit. And the general concept of this game, I'm going to say, is it worth it? And I think that's the biggest question I think a lot of people are going to struggle with. Is it going to be something that you're going to be playing forever? Are you going to be playing it 6 months from now, 7 months from now? Is it a contender? Is it something that is worth your time in terms of, like, Destiny? Maybe? It really depends. Like, a game's lifestyle or longevity, in my opinion, is really subjective to the player itself. So, Battlefield, for example, there's still a lot of people playing Hardline and still a lot of people playing Battlefield 4. It's not as many people as playing World of Warcraft or Destiny or something like that, but there still are a lot of people that will play the hell out of that game and enjoy it. So, I would say that if you're a huge Star Wars fan or just a Star Wars fan in general and you want to experience the set pieces of the movies, the best they've ever been done, in my opinion, they haven't been done this well in any other game since maybe like Rogue Squadron on like the N64 and GameCube, and that was a long time ago. So if you want to experience something like that, I really recommend it. It is definitely a good shooter. Everything feels great. The sounds are probably like the number one thing that I'd say is one of the biggest turn-ons for this game in general. So everything sounds really like authentic. It sounds good. They obviously have voiceover work for some of the characters. Like, they don't have I don't think they have, like, the original voices for all of the characters. Like, I don't think Harrison Ford came in and acted out his character. He could have. I don't know. I didn't do the research on that. But I'm going to say that, like, that is a very minor point for the heroes. Everything sounds very real to the universe and real to the canon and real to the lore. And that is fantastic to me. That's a big thing. So I'd say this is the closest Star Wars has ever gotten to being like the movies, at least how I remember it. Like, Battle of Hoth didn't really last too long in Empire Strikes Back. I think it was maybe like 30 minutes long in terms of the movie. The movie's like 2 hours long or something like that. So, and the battle itself was like the rebels getting an ass whooping. But here you can actually like win if you're a rebel, and you can experience what it's like to like go through the trenches and fight. And the trench work is so fun. It is probably some of the most fun you can have playing Walker Assault, is playing on Hoth in the trenches. Endor's a good map too, and there's a couple other good maps out there. I would say that the game modes that I played so far, I've played Walker Assault, Supremacy, a bit of Squadron. Squadron is sick. So Squadron is like an ode to TIE Fighter versus X-Wing and a bit of Rogue Squadron. So if you remember those games back in the day, you are going to love it. I think you're really going to enjoy yourself. So I recommend, if you have the time, pick this game up, play it. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the footage. And if you guys want to enjoy, let me know. The other thing that kind of comes up too is if you want lore videos for Star Wars, or if you're interested in lore videos for Star Wars, I can try my hand at it. I will be honest though, I'm not a big Star Wars aficionado. I'm kind of like a casual when it comes to it. I just like shooting and like talking about Star Wars, not really like going that far into it. So it would require me to do some research, but I think that's essentially... The research is required to do the lore justice. It's kind of like Destiny, you know, I got to spend time to make sure I understand at least a good core concept. I don't want to waste your time with useless information. So, let me know what you guys think. If you guys want more videos like that or anything in general, just Star Wars related, or just more videos, I can totally do that in terms of Star Wars. Stuff like this is really easy for me to do. Just get up and sort of commentate. But in terms of general appeal, I really appreciate everyone coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all later. Peace. Peace. In this report, we will cover one interpretation of the fearsome ogre Golgoroth. Oftentimes, reports and information can be cut and dry, simplistic. Other times there is room for doubt and potential misinformation. The Hive, their worm gods, and Oryx leave space for limitless potential when offering explanations. This is but one interpretation.